Joe, fabulous 8. He broke his maiden with you on board last time out. What were your thoughts on that performance?
I thought it was a very good one. He's done nothing wrong with me on that particular day, and I wouldn't be surprised if he repeats.
Looking at that race, that looked a pretty strong form race. You had horses like Dublin Star finish behind him and then come out and win since then.
The form of that race that he won obviously was very good, and based on that, obviously, I'm also quite confident that he could do it again. He's being a very straightforward type of a horse. On his track work, he's been doing fine, and I'm quite confident that he's capable once again.
He got a good run last time out near the outside rail. This time out you're drawn one on the straight course. Is that a concern? Yes,
it is, but there is nothing we can do about it. Gate is given, and we have to deal with it the best we can. From what I've seen, it's the horses on his inside hasn't got that much of. Sorry, on his left side hasn't got that much of speed. He might be able to cross couple and be watching the leaders not from far away. So even if the gate is not helping us the most, I still believe he's capable to do it from there.
Vincent, Natural Storm, you rode him last time out. You would have been happy with the way he finished off that race.
Yeah, very happy. Close second. It's still young, but he did really well.
The way that he finished off last time, are you confident about him stepping up to 2,000 metres on the weekend?
Yes, he's still a young horse, but he's got the stamina and seems like a long distance horse, and I'm sure he can handle 2,000.
And when you say he's a young horse, he's a 3-year-old, he's only had a few runs.
Yeah.
How professional is he? What's he like to ride? All of those sort of things, Vincent?
Yeah, he's very professional. It surprised me how quiet he is, and how he behaves in the race. He'll have a good future. His mindset is there.
Southern legend Vincent, that must have been a big thrill for you to win that last time on him, getting your first Group 1 win.
Yes, definitely. Really good win, and he has been well, and form is really good. Galloped him on the grass, and he felt good. Yeah.
In that race last time out, the Champions Mile, did you feel you had the better of Beauty Generation in that battle between the two of you?
Yeah, we passed him by half a neck, and of course, Beauty Generation, he fought back and got really close. But lucky we held up. We're lucky we held on and win the race. But yeah, for sure, his form is still there, and it's a handicap race. So, but I believe he is a good enough horse as well.
So even with the big weight, the 133 pounds, he's got the class, you feel, to beat these horses?
Yeah, it won't be easy, but somewhat 20 pounds difference. But is Group 1 winners.
John, you've got two runners lining up in the Group 3 Lion Rock Trophy on the weekend. Let's start off with Beauty Legacy. What was your assessment of his last run?
Yeah, he seems to be racing okay. He's been a little bit unlucky a couple of his races. This race he gets a lighter weight and probably not a lot of speed in the race, so he might be a little bit closer. And he seems in good form. He's still sort of held his condition, and even though he's been in work for a long time, he seems still in good condition.
From the outside looking in, it's looked like he hasn't been the easiest horse to train. Do you feel, though, as far as his racing manners, are they improving as time goes on?
He's easy enough to train or to deal with. He's fine. It's just a race day. He hasn't sort of adapted to race tempo. Sometimes the speed of the race can be a bit tricky for him. But I'm sort of pretty confident that as he's getting more experience, he's getting slightly better every day.
What about the step up to the mile on the weekend?
I think okay for him. It might be about as far as he wants. I mean, I think 1,600 is probably his limit at present. But in these circumstances, with the handicap the way it is, he'll probably sort of get away with it and run the trip. Yeah.
And time to celebrate. Hasn't won for a while, but he's been competitive recently. Back up to the mile with a lightweight. How do you think he'll get on?
He'll be fine. He's been in very good form, and he's a very easy horse to ride in a race. So this race looks suitable for him to get some prize money. It's difficult for him to win in Class 1, but he'll run well and he'll be in the placings.
And you mentioned before there doesn't look to be a lot of pace in the race. He led all the way in a recent trial. Could he go forward?
He'd probably be running second in the run, and he might even finish there. He's pretty one-paced and very honest horse, so with a lightweight he'd probably keep running.
Fantastic show, Joe. He's won his last 4 in a row. What's clicked with him? The blinkers, you riding him, maturity, what's happened?
I think it was just a time that Mead gave to him just to let him to fully recover from the issues that he has had in the past. Plus a combination of maturity and the trainer finding out that he needs the blinkers. And also I figured out that this horse needs to be riding a little bit more aggressively, and putting it all together, he has been delivering each time that he went out there in his last 4 starts. So he's been improving type of a horse, and I think people should not be surprised if he repeats once again.
That looked a pretty tough win from him last time out. You didn't get the easiest run from the draw.
Yeah, and fortunately this time we got a better gate, and he should find it not as difficult as last time. So obviously we do respect some other horses in the race, but I think he should be respected the most.
Like you expressed, John, he's been here for nearly a year. You've given him 8 trials. Is he ready to go to the races now?
Yeah, I'm happy to take him to the races. He's always done everything pretty good, but he just wasn't quite sort of strong enough for Class 2 a few months ago, So I gave him a break and come back and started again. And this time I'm happy to go to the races. He turns 4 in August, and so therefore he's ready to do something.
He had 3 starts for 2 wins in Australia. He looked like he had a pretty good turn of foot. Do you like what you've seen of him?
He's been fine. He seems like he's healthy and well. He looks in pretty good order, and his manners in the trials are quite good. He seems not too difficult to organise in a race. Here in Hong Kong they go very fast in the 1200 metre Class 2s, so I think he'll settle into that okay. He'll be able to follow the fast horses, and hopefully he finish the race off nicely.